recorded as such. A barking laugh. By God, it is a foolish one, looked at in a clear light. The walk is beneficial, though. And the 100 of money that supplements my pay and keeps me in wine. Hey-ho, I must not complain. Jingling the keys, I must certainly not complain. The Admiral was sometimes unthinking in these jaunty self-deprecations, unthinking in that he did not always see that a fellow officer, a much younger man, might feel hard used with no duty to do at all. That he had a right to feel it, that he had been hard used, and that the Lords Commissioners of the Admiralty were shabbily at fault. Commander Rennie on the beach, on meagre half-pay, had acquitted himself with distinction at the Battle of the Saints. In January 1782, Commander Rennie, Captain Rennie, the title a courtesy rank granted to officers not yet made post who commanded vessels above a cutter, had been sent in his ship, sloop Mystic, 20 guns, clear across the Atlantic from Ushant by Admiral Kempenfelt, with a message warning Admiral Hood at Antigua in the Leeward Islands that a large French convoy of troop ships and supply ships approached, to join the French fleet under Admiral de Grasse at Dominica. De Grasse had taken St. Kitts, and now the whole Caribbean was under threat. Hood's chief concern, his only concern, was to save Jamaica, the shining jewel in England's Caribbean crown. Hood's fleet was 21 ships of the line, and he was soon joined by his superior, Admiral Rodney, with a further 15 ships, plus a scattering of frigates and fireships. Hood and Rodney conferred, and over the following weeks formed their strategy. Battle was first joined on the morning of April the 9th, when part of the French fleet sailed between Dominica and a small group of islands to the north, Les Saintes. Both Hood's and Rodney's ships engaged the French, but action was indecisive. Rennie, now temporarily attached to Hood as repeat signals, was kept busy between Hood's flag Barfleur and the centre and rear of the line. Firing ceased in the early afternoon. Overnight on the 11th, there was a mishap in the French fleet, and on the morning of the 12th, the damaged ship, the Zélé, was towed out of the line. 4 of Hood's ships attacked the Zélé and her assisting ship. De Grasse, determined to save the Zélé, advanced to give protection. Rennie stood by in Mystic, awaiting orders from Hood in Barfleur as battle was joined, the British line in reverse order steering east-northeast to leeward of the French line, which was disorderly, with ships missing stays and lagging astern, steering south-southwest, the wind in the east. Hood now sent Rennie to inform Admiral Rodney that he intended to try and break through the French line at the Van. Rennie caught the wind and fled up to leeward towards Formidable and repeated the message. The quarterdeck acknowledged. And now Rodney made contact to starboard with the 6th ship in the French line and opened fire. The French to windward, the English to leeward, and the thundering stutter of great guns, smoke and orange flashes. The lighter, sharper, high-carrying crack-crack of muskets as French marines fired from the tops. Rennie decided. We will go about and rejoin the other squadron to the south. At the same moment he gave the command, there was a whistling rush, and a 24-pound round shot traversed Mystic's deck, ripping across the hammock cranes and smashing a boat in the waist utterly into splinters. A seaman staggered up the ladder and along the gangway, clutching his head. Blood streamed through his fingers. He stumbled, reached out his hand to a shroud, and the blood gouted from his head in glossy spurts. No murmur came from him. He turned in slow motion on the lift of the sea, sagged, and went over the side. And now, deep in the waist, the animal groans of wounded men. Rennie, momentarily transfixed, came to himself. "Put your helm down! We must get out of this right quick or be smashed and destroyed!" As Mystic came round into the wind and beat away southeast, Rodney, in Formidable, cut through the French line, turned and cut through to starboard, and Captain Affleck, in Hood's squadron to the south, broke through in the Bedford, pounding with broadsides, and the whole French line was thrown absolutely into confusion, telling and fatal. "I never saw anything like it," said Rennie in wonder. "Your face is very bloody, sir." Young Upshur, his lieutenant. "You are hurt." "What?" Lowering his glass a moment. "Did you see? We've cut the French line, twice cut it, and have broke through. By God, I've never seen anything like it. Mr. Tench!" To the signals midshipman. "Mr. Tench, make to Barfleur that we're standing by awaiting instruction. We cannot go in closer, Mr. Upshur, else be made into matchwood, eh? But what an action, by God!" Grape shot, wide of its mark in the battle line, cracked overhead in the mizzen top, and a block